Brian back here with a look at Fartcoin. All right, we took a long on this yesterday over in Discord. Had a target for about $1.15. I think that was about $1.15 there. All right, ended up doing a 4x on this thing. I'll show you real quick. I think everybody did pretty well on this. Right here was mine right here. There you go, 423%, a little over 4x, and that was June 9th. There you go. Nice trade yesterday. All right, now we're in a ape and a Falcoin long, and Ali actually put an avalanche long out earlier in Discord, and that was a winner. So if that interests you, come join us, guys. It's only $15. All right, that gets you a monthly membership, and you also get 10 hours of videos in there to teach you how to start, how to draw trend lines, how to look for price targets, all that stuff. Right? So you get your money's worth. $15 by we about 180 members. By the time I get my cut, they take taxes out, then YouTube takes their cut. I might get $7 or something. So like I said, over 10 hours of videos, over 20 videos for $7. You definitely get your money's worth. Now you can see a Fartcoin did a beautiful 5-wave. Wish I would have held out a little bit longer, but I was happy with that. Can't bitch about a 4x, right? Depends on what you have on it. If you have $25 on it, you made $100. If you had 1,000 on it, you made 4,000. If you had 10,000 on it, you made 40,000. It all depends on what you have on a trade. So this ended up working out good for us here. Now we end up zooming out a little bit on the 12-hour chart here. You can see this thing is probably going to end up going more than likely quite a bit higher, I'd imagine. All right, you got a resistance coming down through here. It broke that resistance. Now it looks like it's heading to the upside. Now if we end up dragging this out some, let's unlock this. Pull this out. This comes up here like that. Oh boy, we're in a flash flood watch where we live. Did you hear that? Nice crack of thunder. It's getting pretty nasty out there. Now you ended up having, get this video over with here, you ended up having 5 waves down right here, which should mark a bottom, and we should be starting our way up. Alright, you have 1, 2, we're working on a 3-wave here. Hard to say, maybe it stops there, 4, 5, but if you put a Fibonacci on this thing, and Bitcoin looks like it's heading about 119, and we have Bitcoin dominance starting to roll over some. We'll see what happens here. We'll look a little bit deeper on it next time. But looking for Fartcoin to come up towards this area up here. You ask why I didn't hold it longer for a leverage trade. I like being in and out in a day. I don't like holding real long on them leverage trades, basically because of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin feels like taking a dump, it's going to drag everything else down with it. I'll take my 4x and leave. You know what I'm saying? But you can hold. You could have held here. It's probably heading to $1.34 to $1.41 more than likely. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor at all. But if it gets through this area, it could be heading up towards 213 next. So we'll see once it gets up to here. And I am a small YouTuber, everybody. I started a few months ago. I started this. I don't just advertise it that much. buymeacoffee.com/cryptobox. If you go over there, you can spend $1. You can be a monthly supporter. I had a bunch of people. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you. Thank you very much for all the donations I got there. I don't push it a whole lot, so if you feel like donating to the channel at all, very much appreciated. Like I said, buymeacoffee.com/cryptobox. The crypto bubbles, look at this, beautiful, right? And like I said, we're waiting for that Bitcoin dominance to roll over That's the big thing. That's what we're waiting for. I think a lot of this stuff is heading up. I think we're in an upswing right now, and I think we're gonna, as soon as this dominance rolls over, guys, we're getting red now. But look at this drop on the 4 hour. Look at that, beautiful. Want to see it lose that 50-day moving average. The 8 hour, if we look at the RSI's, got the 8 heading straight down, the 12 heading straight down. The daily is bearish, 74 and 81. The weekly, look at this, bearish, 47 and a 47 and a 48. And then your monthly, that's the one we're waiting for to flip bearish, 98 and 95. Getting close, right? That's the one we want. And as soon as that drops, look at all this area for that Bitcoin dominance drop. That's when our tokens are gonna go crazy. All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. I love you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I appreciate it more than you know. Have a great night.